フォーシームできた。見逃す三振。落とした。空振り三振。フォーシーム見事。
Make the move and look at Ethier. Get it out, son.
And off we go. Welcome everybody to the Think Blue podcast. I'm your co-host Colton.
I'm Jeremy, unfortunately.
This is our first ever weekend recap. And this is the episode every Monday where we go over the weekend games. We want to treat the weekends as the time to relax, hang out with family, watch some Dodger baseball, hang out with the wives, and just that's like our Sabbath time from this podcast. So welcome to the weekend update. Happy Palm Sunday. I just want to say that to people who celebrate the day celebrates when Jesus came in on a donkey, riding that colt into Jerusalem, and everyone was shouting Hosanna. So I'm proud to announce the faith that I have, and I'm not afraid to show it. Anyway,
Amen.
Let's get personal right now. How was your weekend?
It was good. Played a little bit of softball. It was windy as so it was just not that fun.
All right.
And then watching baseball wasn't that fun either. So
Yeah.
How was the weekend?
Chilling. Didn't do much. Weekends are a lot more fun because, obviously I used to work in a restaurant and working weekends sucks. So like having a job where you don't have to work weekends, you can like literally just do nothing is the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. Like same thing as you, watching baseball wasn't fun, but this isn't a Kings podcast, but Kings, clinching the playoffs once again. LA versus Edmonton once again. Fourth time's a charm. Did Edmonton lose tonight or yesterday? If you're posting this on Monday, I think they won because I didn't hear anything about it. If we're being real,
yeah.
So, big game against Edmonton today. By the way, so that's gonna be exciting.
And King's podcast? I don't know. Click the like button.
Yeah.
Maybe subscribe to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, let's just get into it. Dodgers trivia here. Okay. All good. Dodgers trivia, here we go. Tell me when to stop. This is how we're doing it for this episode.
And yoink.
Okay. Let me see. It was agreed that Jackie Robinson can really play second base, but in fact, he broke into the big leagues at a different position. Where was it? A, center field, B, first base, C, shortstop, or D, pitcher. And the answer will be at the end of this episode. All right, let's start off with the positives for this weekend. Yamamoto,
Please.
game 1, right?
Yeah.
First of all, this was a huge series. Not because of anything else other than the Cubs being the number one offense in baseball. So it was a test for our pitching. And we'll get into that. So the Cubs are a really good team so far. They have a lot of great talent. Dansby Swanson, PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong had an amazing series this weekend.
Yeah, I did.
Michael Busch had an incredible weekend. He always does against the Dodgers. But let's specifically focus on game 1. I have notes. I had these notes. Right. Matthew Boyd versus Yamamoto. It's a fantastic matchup. Before game 1, Matthew Boyd was under his belt, has 11 innings, no runs. He was feeling himself. One of the best lefties in the league so far. And then you got Yamamoto, who's been pitching lights out. This is his second matchup against the Cubbies. The first matchup he had was in Tokyo. I didn't get to watch that game for obvious reasons because it's 3 o'clock in the freaking morning. But yeah. And there's also Freddie Freeman's first game back from the IL. And he went, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks and a hit by pitch, which is fine. But Yamamoto, let's lock back in Yamamoto. This was by far, well, I shouldn't say this one was because he also pitched an absolute gem, not including World Series, against the Yankees in June last year, where I think he went 7 scoreless. in Yankee Stadium, huge World Series matchup, and people knew it, right? And he went there and dominated. But this game, I think, cemented Yamamoto as the ace of this ball club without a doubt. I mean, he is super fun to watch.
Yeah.
It was just fun to see. What I wrote down was his splitter was looking good early. That's the key for Yamamoto, and everybody knows that. And also Roki, and we'll get into Roki, but for Yamamoto, once his splitter is on in the first inning and a half, you know you're gonna have a great start from Yoshi. It's man, he is disgusting, and he looks so effortless too. Like it was incredible to watch. It was fun. He pounded the strike zone. I think he only had one walk, if I'm not mistaken. And before I shut up and let you say a couple things, I just want to put this out there. Baseball is stats. We all know that. Every podcast, sports talk show, they bring up stats. I will talk about stats as much as I can, but I also want this. Sorry, I'm looking up stats as we speak. But I want this podcast to be not stats heavy, you know. And I know that's probably a dumb take if we're being real. But we're baseball guys. We know the eye test, we know the vibe test. I mean, like, we don't have to go on stats alone to know what's going on with this ball club, if we're being real. But yeah, Yamamoto, man. What did you see from him? What was your positives? I mean, there's so many things you can say about him on Friday, but yeah, what was going on in your head watching that game?
That splitter, we were watching together.
We were watching together. That's crazy.
Yeah, that splitter, and to me, it's more like a sinker because it darts into righties too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a quality start.
Oh, dude.
Very good. I mean, scoreless. I had, one walk, 9 Ks. A little high on the pitch count. He was towards 100 in like 6 innings, right? But
yeah, and I think that was just, I mean, the Cubs were fouling off a lot of 3-2 pitches. Yeah. I mean, like, that's the thing too, is like you give up one walk and your pitch count's high, that just shows that you're pounding the strike zone. They're just fouling it off, you know, like there was a lot of 3-2 toughs in there. And what I did notice is to go off that, which is the pitch count. Yamamoto on 3-2, he spotted a couple fastballs. Like he was painting with that fastball.
I'll play more replays right now, even though I just played replays.
Yeah, like Yamamoto coming into the league, I was a little worried on his fastball just because it's so straight. I don't think there's a whole lot of movement. So it can be flat at sometimes. I think that's like what makes Dustin May so filthy is his fastball moves and his two seam. And he can work off that. So if Yoshi's splitter doesn't work, that fastball is hittable. But I mean, he was painting like I've never seen. And it's, man, pitching is such a beautiful thing when it's tunnel and rhythm, right? The reason why Yamamoto's fastball, or let's just say let's break down pitching for people who were like, how the heck are you swinging at that pitch that's so out of the zone? Or how the heck are you not swinging at that pitch? Or how are you so late on a fastball down the middle? This is what pitching is all about, right? Yamamoto splitter looks like a fastball out of the hand, okay? Once the hitters realize that Yamamoto can get that splitter to look like a strike out of the hand or throw his off speed for a strike, now in the back of their head, they know, okay, I can't just sit fastball only. That's what's tough when your off speed isn't working. Because now you're like, once you see that spin or you see that splitter, you're taking 90% of the time and you're sitting on that fastball. And that's where Yamamoto's fastball can get a little too flat, or that's where his flat fastball can get dangerous. But man, Yamamoto just looked insane. And I also wrote halfway through the game, and it actually changed. Like the later Yamamoto was going, it totally changed my mind. I said Yama's off speed needs to be more effective. And in the beginning of the game, right? And I even said this to you when we were watching. In the beginning of the game, I said, dude, I just need him to get that curveball in more, or that cutter, or that sinker, because it wasn't landing. The only thing that were working was the fastball and splitter. And I'm like, I just wish he had a little bit more arsenal. But as the game went on, he started throwing more curveballs, more 12-6s. He threw a sinker to Dansby Swanson, which was disgusting. That swing was horrendous. It was a blitzball pitch. His off speed was just working, and he had 4 or 5 pitches going all at once. And man, it was pretty to watch. Like, Yamamoto is insane right now. I don't even know. I think he has a 1.2 ERA right now. After that start,
1.23.
Yeah, it's insane. Other notes I wrote down. Migiro, he's not known for his hitting, but he had 2. I mean, he had 2 hits that were, I guess, not crucial because I don't think he scored on any of them. But he had 2 hits. I was like, okay, great. That Pages catch. Holy crap!
Wow.
Well, no, that was game 2. That wasn't even Friday. That was game 2. That was on Rocky's start.
Yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself.
You're getting ahead of yourself. This one's funny. I said EK is a scumbag. Now, I don't mean that literally, but there was a moment. Yama had a perfect game going into the 5th or 4th.
No, I think it was 4th. Yeah.
And Eric Carroll starts talking out of his butt, and he starts going like, all the Cubs need to do is just sit on a you better wish and pray that Yamamoto misses his spot. He starts talking out of his butt. And I said, EK, shut up. Like, stop talking. Next pitch after he says that, base hit down the line, double down the line, and then a single opposite way. Gave up the perfect game. I immediately wrote EK's a scumbag. I don't mean that literally, but I was pissed because you gotta shut up in that situation. Another thing that was huge was there was a base running mistake by Seiya Suzuki that was costly for the the Cubs. I totally forgot. Like, that was, I feel like Friday's game was like a week ago, which is crazy. And then I wrote, if you can see on my notes, I wrote Yamamoto in all caps. I don't think you can see that, but it's like right there. Yamamoto in all caps was 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 9 Ks. LA got a free jumbo jack with a purchase of a large drink from that start. And then Tommy Tanks, man, threw in bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just Tommy Tanks. It's I think he's tied. Probably not anymore. But during that time, he's tied for the National League home runs. So that's pretty cool. There's not a whole lot to talk about offense, if we're being real. There really isn't. It's just, we can go on to game two. Roki, what did you see from Roki?
I mean, honestly, after that home run, he settled down for sure. He got a lot of ground balls. Was his what is it, a curveball? Is his a curveball, or does he have a splitter too?
His splitter is more like a 12-6. That's the difference between Yoshi's splitter and Roki's splitter. Yoshi's splitter is a fastball and it just like it darts down. Roki's is loopy, and it almost is like a 12-6 or even like a knuckleball, because sometimes I feel like he has no idea where it's going. But it's disgusting. It's insane. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, and then he had a great start. One run only, and the home run, and then that's really everything from game 2. Oh, Pages.
Pages
Great catch by Pages.
Yeah. Yeah, I was worried because that first inning, Roki fell behind hitters early, but didn't give up any walks until like the 4th inning. He really settled down. Like, he was getting a lot of first pitch outs. I I want to see him attack the zone a lot more, which he was, not in one walk, or 2 walks, excuse me. I almost guessed it. I almost guessed his start. We have a Twitter account, by the way, Think Blue podcast on Twitter, where I tried to live game that second game, and I couldn't. I don't know how people do that, to be honest with you. That tweeting every single second of a baseball game just takes it takes a lot of work, if we're being real. So props to everybody who does that. Yeah, Roki attacked the zone. You got to see better off speed more consistently. And, later in his start, he was finding his splitter for swings and misses, which was great to see. But still, I think he's working a little too hard right now. I think he could be a lot more efficient, even though he had 2 walks, like I said. You got to attack the zone a lot more. When your off speed is not working, hitters aren't going to even look for it. They're going to be sitting on one pitch, and when you fall back and fall behind in the count, 2-0, 3-1, if all you can do is throw a fastball, the worst hitters in the world are still going to make great contact, unless you're Austin Barnes. But yeah, it's Roki is getting better. They even said on TV that there's a comparison with Yoshinobu and Roki, and that's understandable. They're both coming from Japan. They're both highly anticipated prospects coming in to the bigs. But if you really think about it, Roki Sasaki only had 400 innings in Japan. Yoshinobu had close to 1,000. So
yeah,
Roki is still very young. It's still very fresh, and he's going to continue to get better and better. This is kind of the start that Yoshinobu had last year. In a way, but 1 run, 5 innings, 2 walks. That home run he gave up was a great swing, great piece of hitting by Michael Busch. 3-2 count, fastball away. He took it the other way, and that's the first. In all honesty, that's the first hard hit ball off of Roki this season. First home run off of him. So that's something good, and then that's really all the good things this weekend. I mean, we can really.
Did you see Miguel Rojas imitating other pitchers?
Well,
wasn't that awesome?
We'll get into that, man. It's it's tough because we talked about Ben Kasparius last video, and
no,
you're gonna have innings like that. He's been a rock star. I still trust him 10 out of 10 times. I don't think that's gonna happen again. Like that. I feel extremely bad for him. He got put in a tough situation, not because of the runs he gave up in the beginning, but for how long he was out there for. Obviously, he was struggling. That's such a sucky feeling because as an athlete, as someone who wants to be out there, you're never going to take yourself out. That's where the coaches have to come in and yank you. Like, an athlete will never be like, I'm done, take me out. This sucks. Never. And that's the whole reason for coaches, like you gotta be like a parent there and be like, this isn't for you right now. I have to make that decision for you. And it was obvious that Dave was punting that game, which kind of sucks, but I don't blame Kasparius for that loss. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, he gave up 6 or 7 runs, wherever it was.
6.
Lopsided inning, just didn't have it. That's baseball. That's pitching. You're going to have days like that. But it all falls on the offense this weekend. And Tyler Glasnow pitched great, yesterday. Yeah. And it's just, oh my gosh, man. It's way too early to hit the panic button. Way too early, but it's just, this offense is just not clicking. And you can look 1 through 9 and tell everyone, like, you got to step it up. I mean, Edman, yes, he's been great. You can't expect a guy to go 2 or 3 every single game. Of course, that's baseball. That's literally the theme of this podcast. Is that's baseball. You got to ride the waves. You gotta roll with the punches and flush games, quickly. But losing 16-0, man, in game 2. It totally overshadows Rookie's great start.
Yep.
You know, Miguel Rojas can imitate everything. I would love to see him imitate a great hitter. You know, I would love to see him imitate a base hit once in a while or an extra base hit. He's a great defender. That's why we have him out there.
Yeah.
Great
He has
defender.
no home runs, no RBIs.
Yeah.
On the year.
And this has been the Dodgers' MO. Is that the fair statement? MO? Is that the right statement?
Well, what has been their MO?
Is they live or die. And this has been the past couple seasons. They live or die by the home run. You know, and
yeah.
Which I don't know, man. We're 11-5, 11-6 right now.
11-6.
11-6. I don't know. Like, looking back at the 8-0 start, let's be real. Were they strong wins? No, they weren't. They weren't Dodger wins. And you know, opening day, ring ceremony, yeah, we had a great game. That's one strong start. Coming back down 5, like, it's still awesome. Shohei Ohtani's walk-off home run, electric. But, like, we haven't dominated a team yet. We haven't put our huevos in someone's throat yet. And sorry for the French, but it's true. We haven't flexed yet. This isn't us.
I have these notes as well on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Just real quick. Freddie Freeman's fundamentals. Let me roast him real quick.
Yeah, we talk about Freddie.
Speaking as a professional high school first baseman.
Hmm.
If you guys know who Freddie Freeman is, watch him when he catches the ball at first base. I'll show you. Oh, let me change my mic so I can have a mobile mic. What do you think about that, chat? I'm gonna do. Can you hear me? Can you hear this?
Yes.
I don't know if the focus is gonna be good, but let's say the door.
I need you to move over to your right just a bit because you can't with the backdrop.
Oh, okay.
Right there, beautiful.
Let's say this green screen here is the bag.
Okay.
Freddie Freeman, 29 times out of 30, he's catching the ball like he's doing like a warrior pose.
Okay.
All the way up here. Look at how easy it is to slip off the bag. Okay. Personally, what I did every time. When I'm catching the ball, I'm low, I'm centered, and more times than not, my knee's on the ground, so my foot has nowhere to go other than stay on the bag.
Okay.
Freddie Freeman, he's got his like tippy toe on the bag, and he's like all the way out here when it's easy to, you know, I'm not making $89 million a year. Easy for me to say, but that's my criticism.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to compare yourself to Freddie Freeman. I'm gonna be honest with you. There might be a reason for that, dude. And we're being, you know, but I get your point. Freddie Freeman, he doesn't look smooth, but he is. Freddie Freeman takes pride in his fielding.
And yeah, I mean, he's a great fielder, but it's just it irks me.
It irks you? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You know what irks me is Austin Barnes. Austin Barnes, every episode, I'm going to say something bad about him until he proves me wrong. Sucks. Absolutely sucks. And Max Muncy sucks. Absolutely sucks. Had a great sac fly in Sunday's game. I thought he hit it out. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
There's just, I mean, it's, you look at other teams right now, and it just like they look like they're just having fun. This team, the Dodgers right now, there's just something off, and they're just in a lull. They need that energy back, you know. Like, I feel like right now, the locker room vibe or the on-field vibe is when the Dodgers give up 1 run, it feels like 3 with this offense.
Yeah.
And that's not good, but too early to hit the panic button. I believe the Dodgers will figure it out. They're a professional baseball club. They're athletes. They're not going to just sit around the whole season and let this happen. You know, it's too early to even really panic or judge heavy, but
I'll say this.
What's up?
The offense starts at the top. Did Ohtani go 0 for this series?
No,
he went 0 for Friday, Sunday.
No, Ohtani got a couple hits. He had a broken bat base hit yesterday. Yeah.
Dude, I thought he went 0 for 5 Sunday.
No, Saturday's game.
Oh.
Saturday's game. He had but still.
Well,
okay.
Either way, it starts with him.
To be fair, most of the times he's hit it, it's been right at somebody and it's been hard. But I completely agree with you. It's not. We need more out of him. We need more out of our whole lineup, but especially our bottom half is awful. Awful. Yeah. Teoscar.
They're playing awful. We have every one of our guys are good.
Yeah.
They're just playing bad.
It's man, like you can go on and on about what's wrong. Dude, Conforto has to catch. Conforto has to catch that ball down the line. You have to.
Man.
There was
he was scared of the wall.
No, absolutely. There was an at bat in the 8th or 7th. Max Muncy's up. Fastball down the middle, fouls it back, swings out of his butt. Second pitch, fastball down the middle, swings, fouls it back, swings out of his butt. Next pitch, curveball in the dirt, check swings, clearly goes, doesn't even want to even look at the line ump, or the third base umpire, because he knows he swung. You know what? I am so sick and tired of Max Muncy throwing his helmet down, flipping his bat, and like looking like, can't say that name because I don't want to be that person, but he's looking like someone's mom that we know. And it's just awful. I'm so tired of seeing Max Muncy strike out. I think he has like a 40% strikeout rate. He's turning into Joey Gallo. He is, man. And we got prospects that are hungry. They're fighting. Haesung Kim is hitting for power now. We got Zaire Hope. He's having a year in the minors right now. You got guys that are hungry, and I think some of our people that are struggling know it. And
I want to see Outman get another shot.
Okay, speaking about Outman, there's been talks of Luis Robert and James Outman trade. I think that's an awful trade. I don't want Luis Robert. He strikes out just as much as Max Muncy. I think this club right now, the way we're playing, just shows that you can have the greatest team ever assembled. You can have everyone that's great on paper and still not produce.
You have the best team in the world.
Yeah, maybe. And it is what it is. You got it.
We're chilling. I'm not even worried.
I am.
We're 11-6. We're on pace. We're on pace for 105 wins. By the way,
I want to see Austin Barnes on pace for a hit. 3 hits a week. That's what I want to see. Man, it's just Miguel Rojas. Take pride in your hitting and take less pride than impersonating on the mound. That's my critique. You know?
Yeah.
That's my critique. But what do I know? I'm a fat guy that just got in and out, and I'm watching the game from the sidelines. All these are opinions. So you can never speak on someone and what they're thinking and what they're going through. Everyone knows that they're not just going home, and no, they're working on it. We know that. They're defending World Series champions, and they got better in the offseason. You don't see that happen very often. You don't see a World Series team get 10 times better. And the bar is high. It is what it is. New series ahead against the Rockies should be a good one. should be. This is the series that will get
Are
us
we
back
in?
on track.
In Kala?
No, it's here.
That's okay.
This is the series. I mean, they just played the Padres. They got shut out all 3 games. This is the series to
Did they?
yeah, they did. This is the Centennial Lawndale game. This is the stat game, and I hate that I hate that I just said that just because now that might bite me in the butt and we might get swept. But
Clip that, chat. Clip it.
this could be the game to really have fun. Don't play down to the level. That's not what I'm saying. But understand that this can reset. This could be, like they're not going to face dominating pitching. They're not going to face an incredible lineup. Don't play down to the level, but still, this is the series that could get them back on track, make them feel good, get a couple wins, hopefully the sweep, and be like, okay, we're the freaking Dodgers.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Cubs are a great team, so it wasn't like a terrible series. It wasn't like a team we were supposed to sweep. They're a great team. Like I said in the beginning, they're the number 1 offense in baseball. Statistically, they score the most runs per game. They're a great ball club. They're first in the NL Central. So you just 16-0. You can't blame. This is crazy. 16-0. I'm not blaming pitching. I'm not. I'm blaming the offense. It's if you don't score, that puts pressure on bullpen. And it sucks, man. So lock back in, hit that flush it out, go on the toilet, hit that flush button, get a slump buster if you have to. And let's have a great series against Colorado. Tonight should be a good one. And I think it's Dustin May back on the bump, so that's gonna be fun. And
I want to do a final quick little shout out to Mookie Betts, his walk-up song. You don't even know it.
Mookie
Awesome.
Betts, absolutely great pull. Highlights of the weekend: Roki Yamamoto, Andy Pages grand slam robbery, which was awesome. Good to see that from the kid. And that's pretty much all you can.
Without that catch, it would have been 20-0.
Seriously, no, absolutely, and that's crazy. So trivia time, and we'll call it an episode. Follow us on Twitter, Think Blue Podcast. We will be posting a lot more on there as well. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let's figure out
possible in what's it called? In arena analysis, Easter Sunday game. We'll have a correspondent out there at Globe Life. Rangers Dodgers.
Wow, and that's also game 1 of the Kings Oilers.
Oh, it is.
I believe. Yeah, I believe it's Easter Sunday, but it's also could be that Saturday. I don't think it's confirmed, but it's either that or Sunday. All right. Question was, what position did Jackie Robinson play when he broke into the league? A, center field, B, first base, C, shortstop, or D, pitcher? Do you know the answer?
I'm gonna say first base just because that sounds like the most out of whack one, and I think I heard that somewhere.
Yep. Jackie Robinson, first baseman of the Los Angeles Dodgers, he broke barriers and broke that first base bag. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts, your early thoughts and predictions on the Dodgers season so far. I'm Colton.
I'm Jeremy. We'll see you guys in the next one, wherever you may be.